Here's the thing about winter. If it feels like you're just trying to survive rather than actually live it, you're doing it wrong. These 5 journal prompts are going to change everything. Hey, I'm Dr. Sarah Siegel, and this is With the Seasons. Today, we're talking about 5 journal prompts that will help you let go of autumn's frenetic energy and settle into winter's depth. Because here's what Chinese medicine teaches us. Winter is water element season. It's a time of going inward, for resting so deeply that it feels radical, for accessing wisdom that only emerges when you stop moving. Fall was about release. Winter is about descent, not in a depressing way, but a necessary way. These prompts aren't just cute reflection questions, they're invitations to go somewhere real. So let's start. Before we get into these prompts, let's talk about how winter journaling hits a little different. In Chinese medicine, winter governs the water element, which governs the kidneys, our deepest reserves, the place where we store our essential life force. When you journal with intention in winter, you're working with the season's energy to gain access to things that stay buried the rest of the year. Think about it. Spring and summer are expansion seasons. Your energy is moving outward. You're doing, you're building, you're showing up. Fall is transition. You're releasing, you're letting shit go. Winter is for going deep. Just like water, you're seeping into channels that you didn't even know existed. Your nervous system is wired for this. Shorter days increase melatonin, which creates space for reflection instead of relentless productivity. Your body knows what winter is for, even if your mind is still trying to hustle through it. Here's what makes winter journaling a little different from other seasons. You're not fixing anything, you're not achieving, and you are not becoming. You're observing what's already there, letting understanding rise from the stillness. This is water wisdom, patient, deep, transformative without force. The 5 journal prompts I'm sharing work specifically with this energy. They'll help you complete autumn's lessons, meet winter's darkness as an ally instead of an enemy, and prepare your inner world for spring's eventual return. Each one builds on the last, creating a practice that honors winter's rhythm instead of fighting it. Are you ready for the first one? Prompt 1. What lessons from autumn am I carrying forward? And what wisdom is ready to settle deep within me? Notice we're not forcing conclusions here, we're allowing. Maybe fall taught you something about boundaries that you can now fully integrate. Maybe you learned something about your priorities that deserve deeper consideration. Write without agenda and then sit with what surfaces. This is the spaciousness winter offers when you stop trying to fill every moment with noise. Here's what I wrote. I'm carrying forward autumn's lesson about letting go without forcing, that some things just naturally fall away when their time is done. The wisdom settling in is that my pace doesn't need to match any external timeline. Do you see how that honors both seasons of autumn and winter? That's water's insight doing its thing. Prompt number 2. What needs to rest within me this season, and how will I create space for that restoration? Just how nature pulls in energy to preserve resources, you need to identify what parts of yourself need genuine rest. Here's what I wrote. My constant planning mind needs to rest. The part that's always 3 steps ahead instead of right here. I can create space for restoration by actually honoring my morning routine without immediately jumping into productive work. Specificity is what makes this real. Clear commitments to rest create actual renewal. Do you feel that water energy deepening? Because we're just getting started. By the way, if you want to go deeper with these prompts, I've put them in a free printable workbook for you. Just click the link in the description and it's yours. Prompt 3. What fears or shadows am I ready to sit with this winter? And what might they be trying to teach me? Winter's darkness isn't the problem, it's the invitation. Create 2 columns. Fears I'm ready to explore and what they might be teaching me. Be honest here. That fear of being alone, that anxiety about not being productive enough, that terror about an uncertain future. Write them down and then get curious about them in the 2nd column. Here's what I explored. A fear I'm ready to explore is the fear of having no patience when I start my practice. The possible teaching is that building something meaningful takes time. This practice can literally transform how you experience winter's darkness. Prompt 4. What 3 questions do I want to sit with throughout winter without needing immediate answers? This honors water's patient, exploratory nature. These aren't problems to solve, they're mysteries to live with. This isn't about what keeps you busy, it's about what deserves your deepest attention. Here's what I wrote. What does my practice actually need to feel like for me to sustain it long term? How do I balance being visible with my work while honoring my need for quiet and retreat? When you let questions remain unanswered, you create space for real insight to emerge naturally. Here's why it matters. It actually removes the pressure to have your shit all figured out. You're not scrambling for solutions, you're cultivating wisdom through patient inquiry. This is the water element at its most potent. Prompt 5. How do I want to feel by the time spring arrives? And what daily ritual of stillness will create this feeling? This connects your inner work with tangible practice. Instead of wishing that winter would just hurry up and end, you're intentionally designing your inner landscape. If you want to feel restored, maybe it's just 10 minutes in the morning sitting in stillness before you touch your phone. If you want to feel clear, maybe it's some nightly writing that you do to release the accumulation of today's noise. Here's what I wrote. By spring, I want to feel grounded in my identity as a practitioner, not waiting for external validation to claim it. What's important is to not just set an intention, but to rewire that relationship you have with winter itself. The water element governs our reserves and our deepest wisdom. It helps us conserve, restore, and access insights that only come out of genuine stillness, the kind of preparation that makes spring's return possible. Here's how to make these prompts actually transformative. Ritualize them. Light a candle, make some tea, and give yourself at least 20 minutes of uninterrupted journaling time. Let your writing be slow and contemplative. Remember, it's not about productivity, it's about reaching a new depth. These prompts aren't one-and-done exercises. I recommend you go back to them throughout the season. Your relationship with them will shift and deepen. If you love these prompts, don't forget to download your free printable workbook. The link is waiting for you below this video. You'll have everything laid out to make your winter journaling practice super easy. And when you're done, I think you'll love this next video. It's a short guided meditation designed to help you throughout this season. See you over there.